Following severe military strikes, the United States is officially pivoting its strategy from active combat to aggressive diplomatic enforcement. This graphic breaks down the stated outcomes of Operation Epic Fury. The State Department confirms the systematic degradation of Iran's Air Force, its Navy, its ballistic missile capacity, and its defense industrial base. With those conventional threats largely eliminated, the current administration views the battlefield as secure enough to launch a new, hardline diplomatic push. The strategy relies entirely on this established military dominance, allowing the U.S. to dictate terms from a position of absolute strength rather than negotiating as an equal partner. The primary justification for rejecting the previous JCPOA framework is clear. It allowed Iran to continue enriching uranium. The administration has set a strict, non-negotiable baseline for any future agreement. The Iranian regime cannot possess a nuclear weapon under any circumstances. This map illustrates the immediate economic fallout. Shipping disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz have now affected over 1,000 commercial vessels. In response, the U.S. is establishing a strict naval counter-blockade, explicitly targeting Iranian ships and port infrastructure. To absorb the resulting shock to global supply chains, the administration points to increased domestic American energy production and trillions in new regional economic partnerships. The U.S. is willing to deliberately endure and manage these short-term economic disruptions to economically starve the Iranian regime into making key concessions. Focusing on the secondary theater in Lebanon, the State Department indicates that a fragile ceasefire agreement is currently holding. In the historical context of major regional accords, these negotiations carry significant weight, marking the first high-level talks between Israel and Lebanon since 1993. However, this graphic shows the active threats to those talks. While diplomats negotiate, Hezbollah forces are coordinating direct attacks and internal disruptions to derail the agreement. While Washington views the current ceasefire as highly volatile, maintaining this pause in hostilities is a mandatory prerequisite for fostering the space needed to negotiate permanent peace. The overarching U.S. geopolitical posture relies on a strict zero-tolerance nuclear agenda enforced by uncompromised military strength. To maintain this stance, the administration has accepted substantial costs, including active maritime blockades, strained global supply chains, and managing fragile regional ceasefires. Ultimately, the priority is a definitive, permanent restriction on Iran's nuclear capabilities, taking precedence over short-term economic